Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 4425 Southwest Dosh Road here in Portland. We are located, I think it's going to be easiest in this fashion to describe this as if you're standing in the street facing the garage door. So we're on the left side of the house from that orientation, kind of where the backyard area is. Right up next to the house here, we've got a 4-inch PVC clean out. In fact, it looks like it's a combo of PVC and 3034 PVC. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running, or at least will be in just a second. We're going to zero here at the base of the clean out, and off we go. Alright, we just swapped over there to ABS plastic. The stringy junk there at the top of the pipe, which right now is at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, just looks like a bunch of cobwebs. It's unique it starts out as 3034 PVC. You usually don't see that stuff until you get out near the road. It's generally saved until you get to the right-of-way. It's very strong, and it's rated for being under right-of-ways. That's about the only place you ever see it. It's very good pipe. And it's expensive. That's why you typically don't see it unless it's absolutely necessary to utilize it. Actually, a fun little story here. About 3 months ago, I was on a repair with one of my excavators, and we were having a debate over epoxy liners versus 3034 PVC, which is that green pipe there at the start of the line. And I asked him what he thought of it, and so he said, "Well, I'm going to challenge you to something. See if you can break it." And he handed me a full-size sledgehammer. I was feeling pretty confident. I smacked that thing as hard as I could, and I about hit myself in the forehead with the sledgehammer. It bounced back at me like a rubber ball. So that tells you anything about how strong the stuff is. It's unreal. Now we're swapping back over now to 3034. And that right there would appear to be our main lateral connection. That looks like the Y onto the main there. But we're going to go locate the camera head really quick. All the pipe drains off. Thus far, very nice looking sewer line. And quite a clean sewer line to boot. Alrighty, so I can't get directly on top of the camera head, but I can get very close to it. So again, if you're standing facing the garage door, the line is heading to the rear left corner of the property. If you're facing the front door of the house, it would be the rear right corner of the property. And I'll show it with the camera when I pull the camera out here in a second. But I can get right up to the arborvitae row, right where the fence line meets the arborvitae. And I can tell that the locator is taken, it's probably another, 5 feet or so beyond that point. Anyway, there's likely some kind of easement in place. And I did notice, one of the things I always look for when you have a line that terminates somewhere other than the road, if you go walk out to the street in line where that locate is and you see a manhole sitting there, it is a very good sign that what you have running through is a city main lateral. Otherwise, if there's no manhole in line with that where the two lines would intersect, typically you're looking at something more like a party line, which we don't love. But being that this is an updated sewer line, I would imagine everything is up to snuff here. You have to check with title, but you likely have some kind of easement. That's my guess anyway. I'm not entirely sure if the line remains on property the entire time or if it just crosses over into the neighbors. There's a neighbor just adjacent to us here with a big long driveway. Possible that the main runs through there. My guess though is it runs right underneath the arborvitae row. And the fellow living here has done a superb job at keeping this line clean. This is exactly how you want your line to look. It's slightly less dirty than a brand new construction sewer line. And it looks like someone in the house just turned some water on there. That's running water. That's not standing. Anyway, the reason the line is this clean, and it will stay this clean if you keep up one major habit, that's not putting cooking oil and grease down the line, fats in general, down your kitchen sink drain. That is the number one thing that gunks your pipes up, and it is responsible for more blockages than almost anything out there you can do to your line. Alrighty, so to give you an idea here, here's the clean out. Behind me, straight, I'm sitting here facing the clean out. Here's the wall of the house. Where the fence line meets the arborvitae there, my locator, it wanted me to walk basically right into that corner of the fence line there, into the arborvitae. So it's just beyond where I can get to there where the line terminates. Anyway, that is a fantastic looking sewer line. There's nothing about that thing I could nitpick structurally, cleanliness-wise, or anything. Great flow end to end. All the pipe is in good condition. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time. That right there is about as good as a scope goes.